Right with you. Welcome to you all. Okay, Deborah, can you see?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Okay, good. Thank you, Gina. Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. My name's Debbie, I live in the UK, and I will be your MC for the evening. So I'd like you to sit back and relax, listen, keep an open mind, and this could be an opportunity that you've been looking for. So to start with, I'd like to tell you about my story. Now, I currently work full-time in an office, which means I'm sitting down all day, not very active. I was actively looking for something to help me lose weight when I bumped into a friend. She looked amazing. And the first thing I said to her was, "What are you doing? How have you lost your weight?" And for anybody that ever needs to lose weight, that tends to be the first thing that you ask people. So she showed me about the program and I got started straight away. I started in September 2020. Now, prior to this, years and years ago, I had lost an awful lot of weight, but it had slowly started creeping back on. I was about 2 stone over my healthy weight, gone up a couple of dress sizes. I was menopausal, having hot flushes, not getting a lot of sleep. My energy levels were really low, and I just didn't feel very good about myself. I felt a little bit negative, and I'd also started going back into the elasticated waists. You know, the ones that sort of tend to go with you as you grow, and you kid yourself a little bit, don't you, that you're not actually putting on weight. They're a fantastic tool not. So I was ready. So I got started on the products, and straight away, energy level absolutely just sort of like went up. I felt great. I started losing weight. I got my confidence back. I got that zest for life back. And I started feeling really, really good. Now, many years ago, I worked in a weight loss organization. It wasn't networking, but I absolutely loved it. Such great job satisfaction helping people lose weight. But the income was really low. So unfortunately, I couldn't sustain my lifestyle. So I had to get another job. Now, the great thing with Herbalife is I'm already up at the supervisor level, which means I'll get 50% off my products as I'm building my business. So I'm really excited for my future to see, you know, the help I'm getting, the support I'm getting from my upline, but also that I'm now able to help people again on their journey to weight loss and mold that sort of future for them. So I'm very excited. So this evening, we've got a lady called Pamela Douglish, and she's going to tell you a little bit about the company. So over to you then, Pamela.
Thank you, Debbie. What an incredible story. Well done. Good evening, everybody. My name is Pamela Douglish, as Debbie has just said. I live in the UK. I'm a mother of 4 and found Herbalife some 15 years ago. So been with Herbalife for quite a long time. I worked as a PA and secretary and then changed a career to become an air stewardess for some years. I found Herbalife through a friend who was visiting South Africa. Went along to, and after that, this friend of mine actually became my upliner, which is Gina Clifford Holmes, which is lovely, and she's given me so much support and stayed with me. So thank you, Gina. I went along to a Herbalife meeting with my husband, who was very skeptical, but he became my first customer and actually lost 2 stone. So onwards and upwards. I then went on the products, wanting to change shape. I didn't have huge amounts of weight to lose, but the program helped me tone up, dropping down a size, probably dropping down a dress size, a combination of Herbalife and the wonderful products with Pilates. The skincare just made me feel great. So my story is quite short, but to finish off, I'd just like to say that the nutrition products, if you're being consistent with them, is why you feel so good. And consistent is the big C word for me. So yeah, I feel great. And why, you know, menopause was a good thing for me. And I've got to move on because I know Gina's put the slide up. So menopause actually, I believe, helped me, you know, come through the menopause with the Herbalife products. So I'm going to move on now quickly. Sorry about that. Right. Are we healthier and happier? The company story. The purpose of our company and distributors is to help people be healthier, happier through personalized nutrition. So that's why we're consistent and we stay on the products as long as I have. And how? Purpose-driven distributors. Beyond the world-leading products, our customers receive irreplaceable knowledge, encouragement, respect, supportive coaching, care, community, and this is what our distributors truly distribute. That's why it's so lovely to see our customers looking good and feeling good. And moving on. Sorry, I've just got to reduce my screen here because I can't read what's on there. Oh, not a moment. Oh, sorry, hang on. Sorry about this. Right. And what? Creating inspiring results for a better life. With effective products that taste great and give amazing results, people that provide guidance along the way, along the journey, supported by the global company, we give people a simpler path to a happy, healthier life. Mark Hughes, what more could we want? Sorry, I'm missing some of my, here we are, I'm back on track now. In 1980, Mark Hughes started Herbalife at an age of 23. Mark wanted to spread the message of good nutrition. Mark's dream is now a reality as Herbalife operates in over 90 countries. It says it all. I mean, he's an amazing person and led the way for all of us, a spiritual man. The sales development, well, utilize our strengths for your benefit. Our amazing products, in business for over 4 decades, open in over 90 countries, and support system for training and personal growth. 7.7 billion is suggested retail sales in 2018. I don't think I need to say any more. Success all the way with this global company. Scientific leadership, amazing people. The world-renowned team of nutrition and scientific advisors guide and participate in our product development and testing programs. These experts endorse our high-quality products as being the best in the market. John Aquinobi, look where he is now. He's CEO, and what a brilliant man he is. He actually speaks so well, and you feel so confident after you've listened to him. Moving on to the powerful brand. Look at all these amazing products here. 5,474.175. That's a lot. Sorry, I'm getting my numbers here muddled up, but a huge amount. And some of those products I'm taking. We offer nutrition for a healthy, active life, cutting edge products for the inner you. Star of the show, all these products. Wow. Well, I can tell you the core products, I'm on 2 at least there. Snacking, I'm on 3. Targeted nutrition, at least 4. And this suitable for vegans. I mean, amazing. And actually, I enjoy some of the vegan stuff, which is great. So thank you. Herbalife 24. Well, I don't take any of the Herbalife 24, if I'm honest, but I have got a very dear friend of mine, Jessica's, who is actually taking the Hydrate, which is brilliant for a triathlon she's doing in September. So taking training and recovery to the next level with Herbalife 24, the first 24-hour sports nutrition line. Prepare, hydrate, which is what Amy's doing, as well as, you know, everything else you do with Herbalife 24. The skin, I'm on all the skin products, which are brilliant. The Herbalife Aloe, I'm on. So what more could you want? So thank you so much, Debbie, and back to you.
Thank you very much for that there, Pamela. So that's a little insight into the company. And as we can see here on this slide, results speak louder than words. So everything we've just said, you can see those results. You're already seeing it with your speakers so far, but this is another whole range of people that have been successful so far. So that's a little bit about the company. So the next lady is going to talk to you about the marketing plan. So she's a good friend of mine, Laura Gladman. So over to you then, Laura. Doesn't she look fantastic?
Oh, thank you, Debbie. So I was introduced to Herbalife back in October last year. I met my coach through social media, and I just moved to Germany on my own. I was very lonely, overweight and uncomfortable, and actually being a part of this community has changed that. I'm now surrounded by supportive people. They've helped me to understand my nutrition. I now have a love of exercise, and I've gone on to lose 29 kg in a short amount of time. So it's my job today to talk to you about the marketing plan, because that's also something that I have been excited about. So our company's products cover 4 of the billion-dollar industries. This is the wellness industry, the weight loss industry, skincare, and the energy drink industry. It's a global opportunity. With us tonight, we've got members from all over, but we ship to more than 90 countries. So what is the opportunity? Now, you can join as a member and buy at discount, sell at retail and make a profit. If you introduce the Herbalife opportunity to others, you can earn a wholesale profit. And by developing a team, you then earn royalties. You can earn a monthly production bonus and qualify for promotional gifts, international trips and vacations. So how does it work? You can join as a member and get 25% discount. Not only does this mean that you eat your products at a reduced cost, but it also means that you can, if you take on customers, they will purchase a program from you, say 400 Rand, you're buying it for 300 Rand, you're making a profit of 100 Rand. If you do this 10 times over, you're making a profit of 1,000 Rand. This is your retail profit. As you move up the marketing plan, you can move up to a 35% discount, followed by a 42% discount, all the way up until a 50% discount when you make supervisor. Now at supervisor, with your 50%, you'll be selling programs at 400 Rand, buying them for 200, your profit is then 200 Rand. If we do this 10 times over, we're making a profit of 2,000 Rand. On top of this, that's our retail profit, but we can make a wholesale. So when people start to like the products, they might want to join as a member too to get their 25% discount. Then Herbalife are going to pay the difference. They're going to be giving you a wholesale profit of up to 25%. If your members make 1,000 Rand, you make 3,000. If you do this 10 times over, that's 10,000 Rand that you can be making wholesale profit. After this, it could be that your friends like Brian here, he sees what you're doing and he thinks, I like the sound of this opportunity. I want to make a bit of extra money too. He reaches supervisor level. Herbalife are then going to pay you between 1 to 5% royalties on whatever it is that Brian makes. And this will happen for his customers as well. If they make supervisor and their customers make supervisor, you can make up to 3 levels deep, 1 to 5% royalties within your team. So what makes Herbalife different? There's a low startup cost, there's excellent training and support systems in place, no employees, you can do it part-time or full-time, flexible with locations, and there is high income potential. And here you can see our marketing plan. You start as a new member, can move to supervisor, world team, global expansion team, millionaires team, up to president's team. And actually on this call tonight, we have people from every team on the marketing plan. And this is a company that gives the most amazing lifestyle rewards. Not only do we have time freedom, there is a high income potential. There's potential for international travel when we're able. Amazing events and celebrations. You can make lifelong friendships with people from all walks of life that you wouldn't dream of becoming friends with, but you will cherish forever. And there's a chance to give back to. And it's so simple to get started. All you need to do is order a mini opportunity international business pack. This costs 600 Rand, including delivery. You get a bag, a pot of F1 shake and a shaker, and you can purchase this from the person who invited you here tonight. And now I think I'm going to pass back to Debbie for some amazing business testimonials. Thank you.
That was absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Laura. Lots of good information for everybody to take on board. That was a brilliant presentation. Okay, so before we get to our special guest that we have on this evening, Kathryn, I'd like to introduce you to three ladies that are going to give us their business testimonials. Now, the first being Lucy. These people have been in the business quite a long time. They've got loads of experience, so well worth a listen to their business testimonials. So over to you then, Lucy.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Fabulous presentation. Right, well, I'm Lucy Dutton and I live in the UK. And like Debbie says, I've been around for quite a while, over 20 years. And when I got started, I was very shy, didn't think I'd be able to do this. In fact, the lady that introduced me 6 months previously. Actually, I wasn't interested at all when she told me all about it. So I just put it to one side, didn't really think about it anymore. But I had a relationship breakdown. I'd been with my fiance for 7 years and it just ended. So I moved away from London and everything I'd known for those past 7 years, back in with my parents. It was not a good place to be, not with my parents, but in the emotional place. And so this lady asked me again, why don't you take a look at this? And I could give her a load of reasons why I wouldn't. I was too shy. I couldn't talk to people in the way that she would. I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the background, so many different reasons. But she said three things that really inspired me and got me looking and taking a look like you are today at the opportunity. She said, they're really wonderful products. They're all herbal based. And I thought, oh, I love the power of herbs. They help people to shape up and lose weight. They've, some great testimonials. Being an ex-dancer, I'd always been told I was overweight, I needed to lose weight, and we were never given a structure on how to do that. So that really appealed to me, being able to help those people to lose weight, to shape up, to feel good in a really healthy, safe way. And the third thing, you'll be around a lot of happy, healthy, positive people. And my goodness, did I need that at that time in my life. So I went along to an opportunity meeting. It was a live meeting up in London, probably about 50 people there. And I just thought, wow, all of these amazing results that people are having with the products, it's incredible. And then I heard the business testimonials and the amounts of money that people were making. And I really couldn't get my head around it because some of them were making really silly amounts of money. So it wasn't that got me in. It was very much the products and the results. Still not thinking I could do this. I bought my Herbalife member pack and I got started at the 25%. Now you've just heard from Laura, you can go for 25 all the way through and up to 50. I didn't bother about that bit in the middle. I just went from 25 to 50 because I thought, if I'm going to be making money in this business, I want to be making twice as much as 25%. If I can do 50%, I'm going there. So I decided to go straight to the supervisor level. As you can see in the photograph on the left-hand side, I'm the one at the end in the pale colors, looking very shy. That was my very first event. That was with my upline, her upline, Olivia, who's actually Gina's mother, and her upline, apart from Gina, being Alan Lorenz, the late, great Alan Lorenz. I then took the products all the way through my pregnancy. That's my wee son, who is now not a wee son anymore. He's 20 years old and he's taller than me, he's up here somewhere. So I took the products all the way through my pregnancy. I worked all the way through being pregnant and bringing him up as a single mum. And Herbalife has given so much, for some fantastic parties, been to so many different countries. It's been absolutely amazing. I love the friendships I've made, the trainings I've been to. It just keeps on giving and giving. And as you can probably tell, my personal development has been huge. I'm not that shy person anymore. I can actually talk to people that I don't know, whether it's online or offline, and I absolutely love doing this business. So thank you very much. And I'm going to hand you across, I do believe, to Gina.
Thank you, Lucy, and thank you, everybody. Wonderful sharing and testimonials, and I really, really appreciate that. So I'm Gina Clifford Holmes, British born, but I have been living in South Africa for 30 years. And 25, well, no, in fact, 26 years next month was when my friend Alan Lorenz called me. He said he'd met my mum and he'd heard I was home with the baby. I was home, I was fat, and I wasn't doing anything. And he was quite right. This was the youngest of three. I wasn't working. We'd sold our business and I had no idea what I was doing next. I had, again, like you've heard, I was skeptical because I didn't understand how this industry worked. I knew Alan was very successful. And, but I thought, here's an opportunity that I could work from home around my three children. The products were going to benefit me because I desperately needed to lose weight and get some energy. So I trusted him and I got started, and I've never been more grateful that I did. And I had the opportunity to go to a number of trainings and be trained with the founder, Mark Hughes, which was an absolute joy. But the greatest thing was to be able to be around my children, who are all now adults. They have all been able to see them through college. They're all out the house. They're all making their own very successful lives. And that the products now, you know, I'm 64 years old. I feel better and healthier and fitter than I did when I got started in that picture 26 years ago. And I'm grateful for this amazing opportunity and the freedom that it has been able to give me. And as you would have heard, you know, one of the things that we have is this extraordinary community and the friendships that we make. And one of my great friends, who I am going to bring up, is on the next level of the business, the president's team. So I want to bring up Elsa Nim.
Good evening. Thank you, Gina, for that beautiful welcome. And yes, we are part of the same family because we share the same upline, Mr. Alan Lorenz, and we are so forever grateful for the leadership that we got from him. So I started the business 26, almost 27 years ago in December. And this was my terrible before picture. I was the typical yo-yo dieter at that stage. I was weighing 84 kilos. My brother-in-law said to me, listen, you're fat, you could lose some weight and make some money. But for me, in the beginning, I really wasn't interested in the business. I wanted to lose weight. I was stuck after my twin boys were born with some excess weight, and I really wanted to make a plan. I didn't feel good about myself. I lost 8 kilos in the first 8 weeks, felt amazing, couldn't keep my mouth shut. And then from there, in the beginning, really didn't understand the marketing plan and just did some retail my first year, but then really got to that place where I felt stuck selling time for money. I wanted to have more time with my 3 small kids, and I made a decision to do this business because once you've got a result, you can't keep your mouth shut. And in the beginning of 96, made a mental decision, and within 4 years qualified to the president's team, where you earn in excess of 100,000 Rand a month, and really just being able to make choices and to be able to really live your best life. So here I am, almost 27 years later. Those small babies are now all grown up. And, you know, just having the freedom, and especially where we are now, I'm so grateful with what we have in this year of what's happening around the world with COVID. We can work online. We can really be the light in people's lives, the positivity and everything. So I'm just super, super excited with our future and the futures of our children, because obviously the business is willable to them as well. But tonight it's really not about me. I've got the privilege of inviting a very, very special friend to be our special guest tonight. And I'm so proud of her. I remember one of the first meetings that she came to. I was actually there when she met her husband at one of those early meetings where we all were there in Cape Town. And I promise you, she was a young, beautiful girl just getting started in the business. And if I look at her now, You know, the way she's grown, the huge organization she's built. I'm just so super proud. We are really girl power tonight. So guys, you all can really do the business as well. But us girls, we are, you know, often the ones that really show the way, if I can say that. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to introduce you. She was MC over this last weekend where we had a very special leadership training and did an amazing job. So over to you, Executive President's team, Kathryn Artman.
Thank you so much, Elsa, for the lovely introduction and a warm welcome, everybody. And I just want to say, well done. These stories, weren't they absolutely incredible? I just want to say well done to Deborah and Pamela and Laura for doing this presentation. You guys did an incredible job, and it was their first time. So, wow, well done. It was amazing. And I took pictures of all these amazing stories. So nice to see you guys, and we can work around the world, or everybody in different countries. Absolutely amazing. But the big warm welcome to our special our guests that joined us for the very first time. A huge warm welcome to you. I hope you're all warm, or in the UK, you're nice and chilly. It's summer there, but yeah, we are freezing, but a warm welcome. So I'm very honored to share my story with you tonight. We are like a real Herbalife family. So it's so nice to see everybody from Cape Town again on Zoom, even though it's not in person, but nice to see you all. My name is Kathryn Artman, and I grew up in Knysna. It's a town in the Western Cape. And as a child, like you can see there, makes me actually cry or laugh. The first picture was I went to one of the parties at school, and I struggled with my weight from a young age. And since I was 7, I couldn't find school clothes to fit me. So my mom helped me to, you know, she wanted the best for me. So went on many diets, would lose the weight. But the thing was, I always would just gain the weight again. And so my yo-yo dieting throughout school continued. The last picture there that you see, that's actually now after pregnancy. So that's my latest picture, but we're always improving, right? So it's incredible what we can do with our amazing products. So with that, my after school, I really just gave up hope of ever losing weight because I've tried so many things before. And I had a very influential grandfather that came from very humble beginnings, and he built himself up to be very successful in business. And I always wanted to be like my grandfather. I saw that if you work hard enough, you can have anything you want. And the kind of lifestyle that he had, I wanted that. So after school, I went to study somatology in Cape Town. And I love people, and I love the before and after, making people feel good about themselves. So I specialized in skincare. And after that, unfortunately, my grandfather passed away. And that's when I got to inherit some money. But I was 21 years old. So, you know, 21, I'm 40 today. So 21 years old, and thinking that I know everything, I took all my money and I decided to buy myself a beauty shop because I was going to be my own boss. Who always wanted to be their own boss? But this is my shop in the Virgin Active. It was a franchise. I spent a lot of money on this business, all my inheritance. And I really thought that all my dreams are going to come true because it's a very well-known gym. I've got a store downstairs, like you could see the photos there. That was downstairs in the gym with all those beauty products. And then upstairs was my spa. But I ended up working literally 7 days a week. The gym's open nearly every single day. And I was working 15 hours a day, opening the shop 7 o'clock in the morning, closing it very late at night. And I ended up not being able to pay myself a salary due to all my high overheads, because I had the rent it's a very well-known gym. So the rent was very high. I had 7 staff members to pay their salaries. And I literally was so stressed. Imagine I'm still very young, in my 20s, and I'm just paying bills and working like crazy, but I've got a car and a flat, but I couldn't have the freedom to even go visit my family that's 5 hours away, or even just buy myself an extra pair of shoes if I wanted to. So with that, I went back to my old eating habits, and I would not eat the whole day, not have breakfast, and I would just at night eat too much. and I gained quite a bit of weight. My biggest size around my hips was a size 42. And that is where I was introduced to Herbalife. Now, to be honest with you, I knew about Herbalife long before, and I always just thought, you know, it's just people that want to make some extra income. And I really was quite thinking, oh, it's not for me. It's just powders and pills. I've tried so many things before and don't even try. And so I actually just took the products from the lady that introduced me to the products, and I put it in my cupboard. And of course, the products don't work in the cupboard, right? So 3 months actually passed and I never used the products, but I actually became a member just to get the discount, because you get a lovely 25% discount on your products. So I was a member. And 3 months later, a friend of mine came to visit me that studied with me, and she came into my shop and she looked absolutely amazing. She lost 10 kilos and I couldn't believe that she looked so good. Of course, if you see a friend with such great results looking different, you're going to ask her, right? So I said to her, what did you do? And she said to me, no, she's using this Herbalife Formula 1 shake. And I couldn't believe that it was the same products that I actually had in my cupboard. And that is the reason how I got started on a Herbalife healthy breakfast. And I just started my breakfast. And guys, my results with breakfast was absolutely amazing. I started having energy. I could wake up before my alarm clock. My skin was improving. I had amazing, you give me a fright looking at myself now. I had such amazing results that, and I felt amazing. I thought maybe I can get myself back and maybe get my weight down once and for all. So in that first month, I was just sticking to my Herbalife breakfast, and people saw the difference. And they wanted to know what I was using. I just shared with them what I was using. And in my first month, without even knowing what I was doing or even wanting to make extra income, I made an extra 4,000 Rand in my pocket. And that got me so excited, because that was my money in my pocket. It did nothing to do with my spa and expenses and all of that. And because I made the money, 4,000 Rand my first month, this is now 14 years ago, and I had the results, I was invited to a presentation nearly like we're having today, but it was called a business building seminar in Cape Town, in live that time. And I thought to myself, I wanted to know more about how does this work? If I could make 4,000, just imagine, I knew what I was doing, maybe I can do more. So I went on a Saturday to this business building seminar, and like you guys saw these incredible stories of Gina and Lucy and everybody's results, I saw these stories people were telling, and Elsa's stories as well. And I couldn't believe the results. And people were looking they're getting younger and losing weight, gaining muscles. And then I heard the income stories, very part-time stories, but then there were full-time stories. People were saying they were making a full-time, like a career level income. And I couldn't believe with powders and pills, you could make make a career out of that. So there was a gentleman on stage, and he was all the way from Pretoria, where I'm actually from now. And he said that he was a Navy commander, and he was a level in the business we call a millionaire team level, where he was making over 100,000 Rand a month that time. And I thought to myself, how is that possible? What does a Navy commander know about nutrition? I was very confused, but it intrigued me a lot. And long story short, I found my love in Herbalife. So you never know who you're going to meet if you're single. And today that's my husband. But in that time, for a year, we were long distance dating, and I was still doing it very part-time, getting my weight down and really changing, feeling good about the products, but doing it very part-time. And then after a year, we decided to create a home together, and I moved up to Pretoria. And that is where I decided I suddenly had 2 stepchildren to look after and a whole family. I was just playing the supportive role, and that's for 5 years. But guys, with that, I got to travel with Herbalife. Unfortunately now we don't travel, but I'm sure we're going to get back soon and to our travels. But with Herbalife, you're in 96 countries, right? So you get to travel if that's what you like to do one day. If you never had the opportunity before, you really get to travel on holidays, international trainings. And I got to meet such amazing people. But I still had that 1% doubt that I can really do this. So I was supporting my fiance at the time and his family, and we're just playing the supportive role. But then, guys, life, like Lucy's story, also touched me a lot, because life happens to all of us, right? And that time, about 8 years ago, we went through some difficult times and we decided to go our separate ways. And I ended up in Pretoria. I don't have any family up here. And I ended up in a room, a small little room with a mattress. And that is where I realized that I never looked after my own financial future, because I was 26 when I met my husband and I wanted just to get married, have babies, and just focus on that. And I realized that I need to do something now. I need to pay the bills after not paying bills for like 5 years. And so I had to make a decision. Do I go back to the beauty industry that I know and I can go and get a salary like that, get about 15,000 Rand as a manager maybe? Or can I do this Herbalife? Because you've heard all these incredible stories, but it's one thing of hearing it and actually believing that it can happen for you. And I always had that doubt, but I decided, you know what? If other people can do this, I'm sure I can do that. So what I did is I decided and I made a decision. Someone said tonight they made a decision, and I made a decision that I'm going to do this no matter what. I'm not going to be maybe not. I'm going to, if others could, I can do it too. So guys, I just used all the products that I could. I got the most incredible results, because the more products you're going to be using, the more you're going to be selling, and people want to know more. You're going to share with such excitement. I'm sitting here with tea in the one hand, my collagen in the other hand. So I love my product. And in 3 years, I literally went out in the marketplace and shared my results and other people's results with as many people as I could. And in a short 3 years, went to the level called Millionaire Team, where a person can earn over 100,000 Rand residual income. And that was where my goal was. So a few years later, my husband and I, we got back together 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I can't remember now. We got married. And now we have a beautiful daughter, Arabella. She's 3 years old. And this company has really afforded me to be able to work around my daughter, see her grow up. I take her to school. Actually, now we're so busy with so many people wanting to shape up for summer. So my husband actually took her to school this morning and picked her up and made the dinner. So he's very, very good, becoming very domesticated. But it's amazing the lifestyle that we have, where you can work around your family and you plan your day. So it's a very simple business, but remember, it's with a lot of hard work, a lot of consistency. Anything is possible if you're willing to put in the work. So I just quickly, I've got some slides quickly just to go through to show you what the company has afforded us to do. Thanks, Gina. There's slides. So the next slide is just showing you all the places that I could have gone to from Los Angeles. We were at the head office there when my husband has his own President's Team business. So we went to Los Angeles, Greece, Santon, that's Geneva, Singapore. There's Arabella with me. It's amazing the travel that we could get to do with Herbalife. Next slide, Gina. And there you can see now Arabella was, when she's 3 now, so she's been to London before with Herbalife. She's been to Singapore and to Germany. So it's absolutely incredible. And the picture on the right is my lovely sister actually taking her on a free Herbalife holiday that you qualify for. Next slide, Gina. And this is our home where we're living today. This is some of my team members. You can see duplication happens with everybody having babies at the same time, but it's so nice to get together and we working from home. Next slide, Gina. And that is just one of our last event. It actually makes me emotional. That's one of our last events before we went into the COVID. So that was our last leadership development weekend. And it just shows you, it's like you really get a family, and you make friends and meet people that you never would have met. Like Laura has also said on the call. So yeah, so that is my story. And I just want to say, you know what, if you see something for yourself tonight, really just know that anything is possible. Anything is possible, but you need to be able to believe in yourself 100%. The company works 100%. The products, the marketing plan works because there's so many people that have huge success with Herbalife. The only difference is you. So you need to, I always say, work hard on yourself, to believe in yourself, that why not you? If you're looking for opportunity, you know, you take the hand of the person that invited you tonight and go back to them and really just make a plan of action, see what you want out of life. And if you put in the work, anything is possible. So thank you so much for having me as your guest speaker. And let's hand back over to our beautiful host, Deborah.
Fantastic. Oh, Kathryn, that was absolutely amazing. Just not what you expect when you listen to a story there as well, you know, about meeting your husband there as well, and that business. And like you've just said, you know, you sort of inspiring people saying, you know, anybody can do it, because having that financial freedom yourself, you know, ending up there, it's absolutely amazing. So I just want to say thank you to all of the speakers that are on here tonight, but also thank you to all the guests that are on here, you know, giving up your valuable time to look at this opportunity. And as it says here, you know, you've got a choice now, the next step, A, B, or C. You know, do you want to get started as a customer and feel better, feel fantastic? You've seen those results all the way down. Do you want to start as a preferred customer and get that members pack, get that 25%, get yourself on the ladder there, or an active distributor? The choice is yours, okay? A, B, or C. Now we have got the next event, which is next week. As I say, this is another herbal opportunity presentation, so with different people. This lady here, Reneel Genway, will be on and the time will be, just note the time is going to be at 7 o'clock for that one next week. And then one after that is the BBM. And this is with millionaire team Jasmine Smith. So a fantastic story that she's got for you as well. So just like Kathryn said there, you've seen the opportunity. If it is something that you're interested in, then get back to the person that invited you on the call for more information. If it's not for you, that's fine. It's not for everybody, but you might know somebody that would be interested in this, whether it be the business side or whether it be the nutritional side. So again, just get back to the person that invited you on the call. And lastly, thank you very much for joining. Thanks for everybody for their stories, especially thanks to Kathryn, our special guest. Have a great evening and thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, very much. Good night.